since there are 3 new players, it'll be just basically Travis. So take it away, Travis, and then I'll do our story so far and bring everybody else up to speed.
Hi, I'm Travis Hancock, and I'm Valer, the Dragonborn Paladin, and did we have a question today?
Uh, no.
Oh, no question, what's strange.
Yes, it's
Well, we're on a train, that's all we need to know.
right. All right. Yeah, there's a wonderful irony there. But all right, so we've already had a bit of a discussion with Kirit, so you can describe yourself, Kirit, and then we'll go on to the other two to catch everybody up before I get to where we are as far as our story so far.
Hi, my name's Kirit. I am a wizard of the time specialty of sorts. uh, I am born of some rat blood, as you could probably tell. Um, I, I like books a lot, a lot.
Excellent. All right, Jake.
My name is Jake Irons. I'm a guild artisan that focus on oh, sorry, I messed up.
You can't mess
But
up.
I
It's a role.
focus on
It's a role play game, Jake. You can't mess up. You're good to go.
okay. I focus on silver making of anything that is valuable to sell, and always looking for a good deal to make a fortune.
Excellent. And Pow, tell us a little bit about the character you got in mind.
Sure. So it's an Okra
Oh, nice.
monk. His full name is Pow,
Nice.
but he just goes by Pow. He's a haunted one, so yet to be revealed. He became a monk to try to deal with his inner demons, and now he's with the party.
Excellent.
Hey, as long as they're inner demons and not outer demons, we're good.
We got enough trouble as it is. We don't need to add outer demons again. More of them, I should say. All right, so the 3 of you got on at Banbury. For whatever reason, you were in a town called Banbury, and the train came into the station, and since 2 of you are SecGen, because Aarakocra are actually called Avon on my world, and they encompass all types of bird imagery. So, what type of bird background are you coming from? Are you a raptor? Or do you soar? What's your flight style?
Snow White Eagle.
Nice. All right.
Birdie.
How appropriate for you for Pow and Kirit to be friends, because more than likely it started off with Pow saying, "You gonna finish all of that?" and Kirit going, "No, please have some."
Don't eat me.
Don't eat me. Exactly. No, you're both approximately the same size, because even the biggest of the Avens never gets really big unless you were actually an ostrich folk. So, and I actually have 2 of those in other campaigns, ones that aren't online, but they're the only ones that are 6 feet, 7 feet tall. So consider that you as an Aarakocra, or as an Avan, an eagle Avan, you're probably somewhere around 5.5, 6 feet tall.
Yeah,
So,
I'm only like 3'6".
right. So yeah, but yeah, the whole "don't eat me" things, like. So tell us more about Pow. I didn't know, you said you're a haunted one. You're running from what do you envision that what are your inner demons like, so I can know what to play with?
Well, most likely he's gonna multi-class into a Hexblade later. So I'm sure that right now he's fighting with some sort of patron that's trying to win him to his side, which he really doesn't want to do since he's a lawful good.
Uh huh.
So he went to his monastery to try to battle these demons, trying to meditate them out.
Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good. Matter of fact, you can put that down in in your notes or whatever, that you actually visited a monastery in Dea, Daea, and that one of your classmates or associates there was someone who's known as Te Unamed. And Te Unamed is spelled TheUnnamed. Literally, it was a player who didn't have an idea of what he was going to call his character, so we called him the Unnamed, and then it became Te Unamed. But anyway, Te is also on a tormented path background, so I imagine that you probably went to the same monastery to be cleansed of the problems, or to at least give you the tools to protect yourself from it. Also, with a monastic background, would give you that Eastern feel. Not so much that the demons necessarily have to be evil, but they are indomitable. They want what they want, and it's not necessarily what you want.
Oh, sorry if I missed it, but what race was Jake Irons?
Oh, I'm human.
Okay.
He's immortal. Yeah, he's a. Okay, and so for all of your sakes, when I speak of the mortals, I'm referring to pure humans. There are a lot of things that have caused humanity to be kind of sequestered, and so to clarify those of human stock, they are called mortals by almost everybody. The mortals tend to have a bit of a chip on their shoulder about the sect gen because something happened some time ago called the Revening, and before the Revening, the sect gen, the second Genesis, which are the anthropomorphic peoples from Kirit as a Rodenta to you as an Avon or whatever, they all kind of have a chip on their shoulders because humans were supposed to get out of the way. It was supposed to be their time, and instead the mortals are still here. So there's a bit of an edge between humans and the sect gen. Not in a negative way, but just of an awareness of the differences.
Mm-hmm.
Or Purple Veil as Secgen?
No.
You can be. Kirit definitely is Purple Veil. Because she's
Purple Veil is all about time.
right. But they are definitely not for
Sequestered in
Yeah.
Purple in any way.
yeah. Some of them actually could go White Veil from that argument because if everything had happened like it was supposed to, there should be nothing in their way. But all right, so the issue is that the two of you in particular, Kirit and Pau, traveling together, more than likely made an unlikely alliance with Jake only because he had the tickets for the train. Because of the fact that he's dealing in silversmithing, he probably got a seat arranged for him by his benefactor, ironically a sec gen ape. What was the ape's name, Valaire?
Mabutu.
Mabutu. So he's a ponged silverback gorilla sec gen, and his purpose for being on the train is he is moving from a position somewhere in the past to the now to stake his claim for one of the masks. There's a whole story there we can get into, but the point is that Jake bought the tickets for you guys, and so the three of you are aware of each other getting on board the train. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
right now
Yeah.
we were discussing on whether or not or when to cut his head off.
Mabutu's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I may, I think I have a small idea that might fit pretty well.
Sure.
Since Kirit has been on a long search for this Dragonborn, she may have caught a rumor that someone has seen a Dragonborn several towns back on a train headed this way.
Actually, this train doesn't travel in the present. It travels through time.
Okay.
So no, but more than likely you had been talking about Dragonborn, and then you saw Valaire get off the train. Now, Valaire, describe yourself so they can see why she might be a little confused, because you're not Dragonborn per se. So explain for them.
So, Valaire is 8.5 feet tall. He has prismatic, iridescent, crystal-like scales that shine in rainbow colors with gold accents. So he has gold horns, gold claws, that sort of thing. He does have a tail, which is unlike the majority, if not all, Dragonborn. a long tail, and yeah, he wears a dragon scale that is also kind of clearish and not quite prismatic, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so he doesn't fit the classic definition of a dragonborn, but he does strike you as something that you saw in a library in the
Before the Revening or whatever.
no. Just recently, you were in a dwarvish village and you heard about a dragonborn. It was actually called that in the literature, but a dragonborn who actually had allegedly saved his people. Saved the dwarves in a northern land, and so he looks like that dragonborn because they described it as having a tail.
Okay, so did he just come off the train or something?
Well,
now,
you
or-
saw no. He was actually okay. So he's a passenger on the train, but the train had to stop for some repairs and such, and so he was walking around town.
Okay.
And so you kind of like followed him, found out that he was on board the train, and then you went to Jake and basically coordinated to get the tickets.
Yeah, and maybe hired Ka after that strange meeting to be a bodyguard of sorts.
Sure. Also, Pow, when you're, I like the fact that she called you Ka, which is very kind of cute. That is, like, she won't call you what you want to call. No, Jake, your picture's still the same. Oh, that's from Pow. I'm sorry. Yeah, you have to actually down at the bottom. I think you have to.
No, so if you are you signed in to Zoom?
Yes.
So if you right-click on your name and you go to change profile picture or edit profile picture, that'll change your picture.
Got it.
Yeah, there you go. All right, so they boarded the train. Probably went straight to the sleeping quarters because he wouldn't have been able to afford the high price tickets. So you guys are probably stowing your stuff in the sleeping car. It's a what do they call it? Steerage class. So you
Just
get
a bunch of bunk beds.
bunch of bunk beds stacked on top of each other like cornrows. So the three of you basically got a stack. So one of you have to choose who's sleeping top, bottom, middle. I imagine Pow is like, I think I should probably be in the highest position. After all, I am an eagle and I soar above all of you. And I don't
mind being in any of the positions. It's okay.
help yourself. Yeah. Alrighty. So once you've stored your stuff in stowage, then you can head back to the other car. Head forward to the other cars. There's a dining car and a lounge, and I'll leave it to Valère to. Let's just do it this way. Valère, you've come back to the back because you can't find Xavier. He was right there next to you conspiring, and he vanished. And you're going, oh no, not again.
Great, damn it! Not another one of the bug things.
So when you go
Oh
back,
shite! We're all flying to the winds, ain't we?
yeah, when you head back to the back, hoping that he's in his sleeping quarters, and you see these three stowing their bags in their compartments.
You're you. She like stammers and points to the dragon.
I'm glad I'm nae anybody else. Have you seen a big monkey around here?
No, but I've been looking for you for a very, very long time.
Do I know you? You look
no,
familiar.
no, you don't. I've just been reading about what
Okay.
you've been doing.
By the way, just a quick note. Kirit, did Valère tell you about his interaction with rat folk before?
No.
Okay. So you don't remember the details of it, but when you were a very young ratling, someone basically offered you a collection of cheeses you hardly could resist. He took you to a back room, and you didn't realize, because you were, of course, innocent at the time, the horrible things that he had planned for you. A dragon ripped into that person and basically tore him in two, and basically you saw whatever that other thing was as you passed by, and you remember that a dragon saved you, and that's where your affectation for the dragonborn started. Is you remembered you wanted to be a superhero like him.
Mm-hmm. I've read so much about you and your kind, and oh geez, I'm so sorry. I'm just nervous.
No problem, no problem. Always nice to meet a fan.
Go
I
ahead.
really need to find my monkey though. You sure you haven't seen a big monkey with glasses?
No, I have not seen such
Oh
a
dear.
person.
Well, watch out for the bug then. It'll be around soon.
Oh, okay. I'll keep my eye out. Is there anything I can get you or help you with?
No, I'm quite good, but right now, just so you know, I'm looking for a gnome named Glim who might smell like shite and gingerbread. I'm looking for a monkey with some glasses named Xavier. I'm looking for a halfling named what's his face, Tomato, and his Doug, and an elf.
In other words, my entire party has vanished on me.
I'm a wee bit alone right now. I don't really know what to do about that.
Valer, make an intelligence check.
Nat 20.
Nat 20. You recognize the ratling immediately. She's a lot older than you remember.
Oh, you're the one with the wee mask. You made the mask and you said, "Oh, yee, I want to be like you."
Yeah, you could say that.
Okay, that should.
Oh, you're a cutie.
Okay, and that should completely bowl you over, Karit, because he remembered you. You
Yeah, she kind of collapses for a moment, not quite fainting, but
swoons.
hyperventilating a bit.
Valera's gonna cast a cantrip on her called Bravery. What is it? I forgot what it's. Shoot, I need my cards. My spell cards.
Where are they?
My chest is locked. Never mind. I won't do anything.
All right. Jake, you're trying
Yes.
to find your benefactor Mabutu, which is an ape. He's talking about finding an ape. You might want to see whether or not it's the same one.
Oh wait, what was the name?
Mabutu.
Mabutu. Okay.
So you'll want to ask Valer if he might be talking about Mabutu.
Wait, Valer, is it?
I'm Valere.
You said you're looking for an ape.
Yes.
Does the name Abutu familiarize you?
Oh, aye, he's in the other card, but he's a wee bit of a dick.
Oh, he's my benefactor.
Ooh. That's nae good. Well, you see, we have a wee bit of a problem with me and Mabutu. See, he went back in time and kidnapped this, hideous monster child, and he's saying that he owns him in his slavery, and the kid's begging me to free him, and I want to, so maybe I shouldn't be telling you this, but I feel the need to tell you that he's a bad shitebag, and he was wanting to rule the world and conquer it and destroy the past with his deity devil man called Tongue Eater. So, considering
Damn it,
killing
I know
him,
something suspicious about him.
aye, very suspicious.
Also, take note that my flaws is, for my background, is quick to assume that someone is trying to cheat me.
Yep. Well, that makes sense. Pau and Kirit, you guys both know the legends of Tongue Eater that he's talking about. There is a myth or a religion that says that one day all of the Secgen will unite and overthrow the mortals and take their rightful place as the men of Nycos.
Oh,
and that the legend further states that there are in the world 12 masks of the Magi, and the 12 masks are anthropomorphic masks that emulate the primary species of the Sekgen, and that if those masks are ever gathered together, the Tongue Eater will return and begin the revolution.
Where did you say Mobutu was?
Mobutu's. Oh yeah, he's asking you. That's
In the lounge car, right ahead. Just go down that way.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
So I just hop down of my bunk and start walking in that direction.
okay. So you move past Valere to do that, and Valere, you'll want to tell them who's in each car because I don't have the list.
Okay. Give me a second.
No problem.
So, starting from the back, we have the workman's quarters that has, tool benches and bellows and all that stuff. And there is a gnome in there by the name of Yago Hydrocog. And also in there is a halfling that I don't know the name of, who is rather shady and is trying very hard to be noticed, not being noticeable. Don't ask me how that works.
Well, and that just means he actually looks furtively at everybody that comes in the car, and then turns his shoulder to pretend like he's not there. That kind of thing.
Yeah. Glim was in there, and is now not. There is also a half elf, full elf, don't recall her name, who is in there. Starts like Maybell or
Yeah, it was
Meryl or something.
It was Meryl. Yep, I went and looked. It was Meryl. Maryl.
Yeah. And then
She's an attendant,
next car up is the sleeping car, I believe.
which is where we are.
And in here there is a dwarf with a hammer who is sleeping. Don't
More
know
than-
his name.
More than likely, he's complaining that you guys are keeping him awake.
Yeah. There is also the possibility of a
No,
woman in red.
Yeah, don't mention her right now. She's not here. But there was a woman in red
Okay.
in this car at one point.
Right. Other than that,
Next car.
next car is the lounge. And in the lounge is Mobutu, who's a big silverback gorilla. And with him are his two servants that are other smaller, lesser apes. Don't remember what they were. Then there is Vince Clortho, who is also there, who is a
Swashbuckling swordsman-looking dude in red.
yeah, but he's got like really long, greasy. Was it black or white hair?
Black hair.
Black hair,
In ringlets and
covered in scars.
drinking a clear liquid that, when they asked him, was the tears of his enemies.
Yeah, and he's from a time before iterations, so he's a dude you do not want to mess with. Kind of creepy and scary. Then there was a Franciscan monk who is eating a lot of food. His name was Dominic.
Yep.
He's a cool guy, I think.
And he was,
Next car is the dining car.
well, and remember, we also added Bombast because Bombast got on board.
Yes, but he's in the dining car.
Okay, gotcha.
He replaced the blue
That's right.
human.
Yep.
There was a blue human who was also kind of shady, but he got off in Banbury and has now been replaced by Father Brombast, who is a cleric of the Vales. I think he was a cleric of all the Vales except for one. I don't remember which one.
Yep.
And across from him is an ancient human wearing red robes and using very creepy chopsticks with little hands on the end of them. He has something going on with his robe. He's also of suspicion. In there also is Koragu, who is a elf, kind of the butler slash hand. He's the guy you ask for things on the train.
They call it a conductor.
Conductor. I was going to say conductor, but I wasn't sure
Yep.
if that was right.
Yep.
And then also in there is Laerciel, who is the cook. She's very sweet, and makes sweets. And then up in the front we have the cargo car. And no, cargo car is back behind the.
Yeah, we call it the caboose, but it's not the caboose. The last manned car is the workman car, but beyond that, there are cargo cars as well.
Right, and that's where wherever the engine is Argyth Bloodminer, who is a grim dwarf.
Engineer.
Yes, is that everybody?
That is everybody. Good job. So
Oh wow. Okay.
that we just want to give you the cast of characters because so far this rail adventure has felt a little bit like Murder on the Orient Express because weird shit keeps happening, and the crew and cast keep shifting, and so something odd is going on. The trains had to stop twice for repairs because the bugs shouldn't be these weird magic things shouldn't be happening. But there was one of the members of this party was a wild mage and decided to let wild magic loose on board the train.
Ah.
Yeah.
So
If any of you find a wee little bag that's full of a kind of powder, I'll be needing it. So let me know if you find it.
Wee bag full of powder.
Black powder. Don't open it.
Oh. Okay. How would I know if it's black powder if I don't open it?
Feel it with your fingers.
How would I know if it wasn't red powder?
That's a very good question. We'll come to it when we cross that bridge.
she does immediately remind you of Xavier, that
Mhm.
curious nature.
Have you ever been a monkey in a past life?
No, of course not. I've always been this way.
Okay. I've lost my monkey.
Okay, so
Well, I would love to help you find him.
I will gladly accept your help because I seem to be all alone.
I have a particular friend of mine as she pulls up her arm and a little spider comes out from her sleeve. He can get into many nook and crannies. He can help find your friend.
Yes.
there's clearly an aversion when you pull out the spider.
Okay. Well, you do that. Good luck. I'm gonna go check the other cars real quick.
Oh, I'll go with you.
Aye, maybe leave that here to look, maybe?
Oh, okay. Bartholomew, can you look around for a particular monkey?
Okay, so the only communication that the spider can do, and it's one of my favorite things that spiders really do, is that it holds all its legs in the same spot, but its torso and abdomen move up and down.
Yep.
It's really creepy looking. So I'm sure the Valere is like looking away at this moment. 'Cause
Delicious.
Oh, you're so adorable, Bartholomew.
he waves his front to.
Wait. Could it be one of those, what are those dancing spiders? The really flamboyantly colored ones that do the weird dance. They're kind of cute.
I don't care. Sure.
Sure.
I'm gonna go find a video.
Especially with the aspect of your interest in history and all of that. The many colors is useful for that. All right, so Jake, are you headed up to talk to Mabutu then? And I know the Arakoka's already that the Aven is already on his way. So Pow, when you go through the archway, or the connection between the two cars, it's as described. Clortho is sitting in a lounge chair doing the whole man spread. He's slouched way back in his seat. His sword is almost sticking straight out, therefore, because he's still wearing his sword belt, even though he's seated. He is wearing crimson leathers, high top black leather boots, and a red suede shirt that's just a slightly pale shade of crimson than his trousers, and he truly has that brooding stare when you walk in. He's clearly paying attention to you as you come in.
What are you looking at?
I don't know. I haven't seen one of your kind.
Where's the monkey?
He gives a thumb behind him, and 2 tables back, you can't miss Mobutu. He's a silverback, and he is probably close to 7 feet tall. But he's currently seated. But his torso is so much larger than an average human's torso that he might as well be standing. Beside him, to the left and right, are a couple of basically older chimps. So they're very broad of face, but they've got a look of grim determination. One of them has a series of earrings in his right ear.
I go ahead and walk past Corthro and approach Mobutu.
As you walk in, Mobutu's looking. He turns his head to the side, basically gives you the strong side eye. And what do you want?
I hear our time is approaching.
Yeah, we're almost caught up. What you doing? I haven't seen one of your kind out here, especially caged in a box like this. You kind of look like a pigeon.
I go ahead and spread my wings as far as I can.
Yeah, you take up most of the car. He goes, see what I mean? Caged bird, kind of funny. What can I do for you?
I hear you're allied with what's the demon's name? Silvertongue?
Is it tongue eater? But that's
Tongue eater.
Yeah. He says it's not so much that I'm aligned with him. I'm intending to wrest power from the others and to take my proper place as the first of masks.
Really? And what does this all entail?
Well, there are 12 masks dispersed across the world by fell magics that actually released our champion from the imprisonment placed on him by the mortals. And once we regain the masks, his power will return to he who is the first of masks and has the majority of the 12.
And that would be you.
I knew it. He who is the true villain.
There you go again with the he who. Hee haw. I intend to be. I've yet to recover even the first. Wait a second, Travis. Does Mobutu have one of the masks?
No.
No, he's going to. Yeah.
He is
He's headed.
begging Xavier to tell him about it because Xavier was proclaiming to be the prophet of.
Yes, the force speaker. Yeah.
And what of the soul eater? Or tongue eater?
Wow, you're butchering the hell out of his name. That's pretty good. That's
Silver
pretty
tongue. Soul eater. Damn it.
Silver
Tongue
soul. Silver soul.
Half right both times, huh?
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Says
He's known by many names.
Yeah. He says, yeah, you're there's an ape on board. Says he's the tongue eater's first speaker, but he won't tell me anything. Maybe you can get a word out of him.
Well, Mobutu, have you spoken to Tongue Eater?
Well, no one has. Tongue eater is he who will come. He, according to the prophecy, he will arrive. He will make his presence known once the 12 have been assembled.
I'm gonna go ahead and sit down with Mobutu and cross my legs.
Okay. As you do so, Jake, you walk into the car behind them. You see Mobutu. You also see Clortho. And when Clortho sees you, he motions to you.
Hold on, guys. I'll be at a moment.
You'll be at Edamame? Edamame? Gonna go eat some beans?
Meat beans.
Meat beans. All right. Of course, you've gone to the back of the train, Valere, and no sign of Xavier, or anybody else for that matter. It's actually starting to feel like, what's that? There's a movie where that happens, where all of his friends start disappearing.
Twilight Zone?
Yeah.
Valere's going to try to contact him on the sending stone.
Uh huh. And when you do, you hear a tiny voice at the other end. Hello? Hello?
Xavier, is that you?
Xavier's gone. He was down here with me.
Who are you?
Well, I can't remember the Golem kid's name.
Oh, something silly like Keith. Kevin?
Kevin. I'm going to use Kevin
Keith?
for now. I don't remember. It's
Something like that.
I'm sure our note taker has it, but I don't have it. So yeah, we'll call him Kevin for now. That way, if Kevin decides to join us, we can have a character already set up for him. He just dropped it. It's Kevin. We met earlier. You protected me, remember?
Oh, I still trying to figure out what to do with that, but
Well, Xavier was here making sure I was okay, and he turned around, and when he turned around, the rock fell on the ground, and he wasn't there anymore.
oh dear. Well,
Right.
I'll be back in a second to pick up the rock. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, Valaire's gonna go back and
What was that, Valaire?
it seems my friend has disappeared,
Oh,
along with all my other friends.
well, I could be your friend.
You already are, of course.
Oh my goodness.
But I gotta find out
She's
why
fanning
they're-
herself. She's fanning herself again.
Gotta find out what happened to him, because Valere doesn't leave his friends behind willingly.
You left your friend
Also,
willingly
watch out for
behind?
the bugs. There's gonna be bugs, lots of bugs. At least
I could
3
take-
bugs right now.
I'm sure I could help you out with the bugs. I can help take care of them with you.
Ah, you do have a spider. That's usually good for bugs.
Oh,
I'm
I have a lot more than just a spider. Trust me.
Great. Let's go. So I'm gonna lead her down the cars towards the cargo car. to
Okay.
get-
So you'll pass. Okay, so let's catch up here. Jake, you walked in. Mabutu is beyond. Pau is sitting at the table with Mabutu, and in between there's a red-dressed swordsman who is motioning towards you to come to him.
And there's the Franciscan in the corner.
Yeah, but the Franciscan's not engaging. This
Right.
Clotho is.
I follow.
You follow, or you go to where you go to where he's
Go.
calling. Okay.
I'll go.
Okay, so when you get close enough, Clotho says, "So, are you the silversmith of Banbury?"
That I am. And who's talking?
I'm Vince Clotho. I'm looking for someone who can work some silver for me. Could you do that?
I can, for a price.
Oh, of course. I always believe in paying my debts. So, what do you know about the Dragonborn?
Haven't heard. I have been in my community for a while.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Just was curious whether or not you were involved in cahoots, arranged, aligned. Good enough for me. He hands you 7 silver coins. He says, "Make me a necklace out of those, and I'll give you."
Consider it done.
Well, you haven't even offered me a price.
Oh. Since I'm using these to make the necklace, I'll say about 8 gold.
8 gold to turn 7 silver into a necklace.
Oh, sorry. Never mind.
Maybe it's time for the bread equation.
Okay, let's have
Sorry.
the bread equation. All right, for those of you that have not had ventured on Nycos before, my
Yeah.
economic system is a little skewed compared to everyone else's. What I fundamentally did is I made the math easy. Each step from copper piece to the top of the list, which are called dragons, is 100. So 100 coppers make a silver, 100 silvers make a gold, 100 gold make
Platinum.
a platinum, 100 platinum make a crown, and 100 crowns make a dragon. So if somebody offered to give you a dragon, they are giving you not only a king's ransom, but something that could possibly buy an entire country.
Yeah,
So,
I forgot.
so the math equation is this way, and the way I do it this way, so you can kind of visualize. Assume we're talking about bread as if bread was representative of a sustaining food. If you were to buy bread according to Dungeons and Dragons rules, how much would it cost you to buy a loaf of bread? Anyone? Anyone? 2 copper pieces. Well, I'm sorry, 1 copper piece will buy you 2 loaves of bread.
No. It is
Okay.
2 copper.
2 copper pieces buy you a loaf of bread. Okay.
Yeah.
So, if you had a gold piece worth of bread, how much bread would you have?
1,000.
A lot.
Well, 100 is a silver, and 100 silver to a gold.
Oh my goodness.
One silver is 50 loaves of bread.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
Can we do a do-over? I kind of messed up.
No. There's no need to do a do-over, and I'm just giving you the math of it so you'll understand. Because of that equation, if you think about it, therefore, 1 gold piece is a king's ransom. A person could live like a prince if he only had a gold piece, because that represents enough food to last.
A gold piece or 2 will
like
buy you a very nice house.
Yeah, like 1 gold piece is like what, 5,000 loaves of bread?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
And if a loaf of bread can do you for half of a week, 2 loaves of bread would do you for a week. So you would have 10,000 weeks of bread.
I messed up.
No, just it's okay, Jacob. Don't think of it as messing up. I'm just giving you the numbers so you can understand.
How does that work with like spell components?
Well, that's the interesting part. It means that magic is really, really expensive. If you use components, that's why adventurers go adventuring for things like dragons and basilisks and stuff, because the blood of those things that's used as components in spells is really valuable.
Okay, I was gonna say this. I guess I spent 10 gold to summon my spider.
Well, for most smaller spells, we don't worry too much about it as long as you have like component pouch and you don't lose it or whatever.
But specifically to your point, the gold that a character starts with in D&D therefore represents that the players in an adventure roleplay game are not paupers. They are the 1%ers. They literally are the jet setters. So when you leave your home to go on an adventuring thing, that's a pretty big deal, because you're so wealthy that you don't have to do a regular job. Because normal people have to literally work day by day to get coppers.
Well, guess what? I have 0 gold.
Now that's perfectly fine, but you do have a familiar, which most people don't have. So it was literally worth its weight in gold.
Okay.
Heavy spider.
Okay.
So thanks for the math. So
okay, that wasn't okay, Jacob. That was out of character. That was not in character. It wasn't like Vince Clortho was insulting you. I just wanted you to be aware that if he asks you to make something out of silver and you ask for gold, you're asking a king's ransom for it. So you'd have to be really extremely good at your task to make such an offer, or just ballsy as hell. So
I kid. I'll do it for. Can I do 10 copper?
She's back from the pharmacy.
Hey, she's back from the pharmacy.
No, I'm back from my bed.
Oh, were you sleeping?
Yeah, no, and I set the alarm, and I don't know what happened, and I go, oh, well, I wonder what time it is.
Travis
Pharmacy.
Travis went to the pharmacy to check and saw you weren't there, so we knew you weren't at the pharmacy today. So.
Yeah, I was sound asleep somewhere else. No, I can't.
If you weren't here for that, POW, what we're referring to is that Gene was playing World of Warcraft. We saw that through Discord, and and when she showed up to play, she jumped in and was a little out of breath, and she says, "Yeah, I just got back from the pharmacy. I had to get some stuff for my cousin." And it's like, Gene, We just saw you were on World of
I know
Warcraft.
That's funny.
it was
It
awful.
was so funny. It's so funny.
Well, no, what was really funny about it is the fact that Jean was absolutely unabashed. She says, "You're right. I was lying.
You got me.
You got me." So now, forever, World of Warcraft will be the pharmacy. So
Got it.
This time it was not the pharmacy, it was my dear bed. Oh.
So switch your character name, Jean, to whoever you're playing in this one.
Yeah, and I've got to look her up and find out who I'm playing. I know I'm playing a ranger.
Moondew.
No,
Okay.
not Moon.
No. It's
Something Moon.
Cat. It's
Yeah,
still
it's still a flame. Mooncat.
Yeah. As Syphiline, but when you look at the name, it looks like As I Lifeline.
I'm just going to put Mooncat because that's what it stands for.
Okay.
All right. Well, that's going to be disturbing to poor Kieran.
That's one less bug on the train.
No, we literally have finished the cat and mouse game here because we now have
No, thank you.
we have a cat and a bird and a mouse all traveling together. This sounds like the beginning of a very bad joke.
Okay, there it is.
If we have a dog character, I'm done.
Well, no. Actually,
do.
Tomato
We
has
want
Tomato has a dog.
He's not here right now. But
Yeah, but his
No,
character.
no, like a person, like a dog person.
No, yeah, but Tomato and Jake, his actual character, when he wrote up his character, he called himself Tomato and Jake, but he was alone, and then he found and bought a dog, and so therefore it became Jake was
Tomato
the dog.
and Jack.
Jack, right? Tomato and Jack. Yes. Alrighty. So
I need to change it.
the good news is that when you get back to this car, Valere, you do see a face you recognize for the first time in hours.
Aye, bloody hell! You gave me a fright.
Oh, I'm sorry.
She actually was in the sleeping car.
I was in the sleeping car and took a short nap.
Well, everybody's disappearing on me. I've been all alone.
You have
Like-
me?
Not again.
Oh, yeah.
What is that?
That's
That
great.
is a friend.
That's
What?
really funny. That's really funny.
Hi, my name's Cutie. I'm a friend of Alita's.
You know, cat.
What cat? Where?
Blair? Oh,
Aye.
what's happening?
Are you drunk?
No, what's happening? What is it?
Xavier is missing.
Again.
This is my friend Kirit.
Hi.
She's a rat person. We also have a friend who's a bird in the other room, and a human.
Could you find a stranger menagerie?
Yes, if Glim was here, we'd have a baker's half dozen.
Well, I have never met Glim, so I can't tell who or what he is. So,
Well,
What i-
Xavier is missing too, and so is what's his name, Tomato.
Later.
So
Oh, and his dog.
Aye, Jack.
So we have strange appearances and stranger disappearances.
Again.
Now maybe it's stranger appearances and strange disappearances.
Aye, you could call it just Stranger Things.
Yes.
Strange.
so what's your name?
Acylophiline.
Is Celine? Very nice to meet you.
Acylophiline. It means
Acylophiline.
it means mooncat.
Ah, Mooncat. Very nice to meet you.
Mooncat? Cat?
Yeah. Yeah, I
Is
do you mind if I just call you Moon?
Yes, I would.
Oh, you would mind. I apologize. Mooncat. She holds up her paw.
If you want to call me in the common vernacular, mooncat, that's fine. But I'm not a cat. You know I'm not a cat. You're not exactly a rat. So I don't know why
Kirit,
you're upset.
don't pay her any mind. She's got a hangover. Clearly.
I've never been drunk in my life.
Talk to yourself last night then.
Kitty
Anyways.
kind of puts her hands over her mouth and giggles a little.
We're heading back to see Kevin to get the sending stone because Xavier was back with him when he disappeared and the sending stone was left behind. So I can't get a hold of Xavier, and we're probably gonna have bugs soon.
Okay.
Jonathan.
Yes.
Well, for my character, I just tell the person who is.
No, don't do that, Jake.
Oh, not yet.
You're perfectly fine. But just say, hey, in character, and then go into character. Don't tell me what a character's going to do. You tell me what you would do. You talk to me as if you are Jake. I want to make that kind of clear, because role play is you actually taking on the role. If you notice,
Okay.
Kirit and Isophaline were just talking to each other in character, and that's kind of what I expect, is for you to be a part of the game. All right?
Okay.
So you're talking to Clortho, and you say,
That I said 8 gold, and I see the reaction, and I just laugh and tell, and
no. Again, you're telling me what you're going to tell me. Just tell me.
Pretend you're that person and you're acting out the scene.
You are Jake Irons, so you are
Okay.
talking to Clortho. I am Clortho right now. So
okay, Clotho. Wait, is Clotho a he or she?
Vince
NPC?
Clortho is a dude.
Oh,
Dark hair, dark mustache, dark beard, kind of
Okay.
greasy sword fighter.
Scarred up face.
Yeah, rather mangled face.
Okay, for this to.
If it ain't gold, if it ain't 8 gold, which is too high, what are you asking for?
That was a joke.
Oh,
It's just a little thing I did to see
Ha.
everyone's reaction when I made a outrageous price, and then I'll give them the actual price.
don't wait. What do you say? Wait. Who are you going to give the price to? You're talking to me,
Uh,
bub. You're talking to me, bub. Look here, eyes front. I'm Vince Clortho. You are
Clortho.
Jake
Jake
Irons.
Irons.
So why are you talking about yourself as a him? Tell me what you're saying.
Okay, that was a joke. The actual price is 10 copper.
Oh no. Okay, you must be trying. Are you learning how to haggle? Because I could give you some pointers on haggling. Okay, I gave you 7 silver. Said make a necklace out of 7 silver. The price, therefore, that you're going to charge should be at least 7 silver, right? Because I've already given you the 7 silver. So the price needs to be someplace north of that, but south of what you think is a fair price, because you don't want to overcharge me.
Oh, okay.
I don't mean to be instructing you on doing your business. You are the silversmith, but it doesn't seem fair for you to want me to only pay you a 100th of the value of what you're doing.
Okay.
Those-
That'll be 6 silver.
6 more silver, so you want actually 13 silver.
No, just 6.
No. You want me to make? Oh,
Maybe I could help him.
okay.
Sure.
Okay, just a second. So Isophaline looks over. She sees this young silversmith having trouble. You don't know him from Adam, Isophaline. You've never seen him before. Valere pointed to him and said, "Yeah, there's a human that's with them, but you don't know him." So
Okay.
just for clarification, it's fine for you to walk over and want to interrupt the conversation or to help, but you need to help Jake as a player, not Jacob,
Okay.
because the Jake is actually Jacob. So Jacob needs assistance.
Jacob, just think of what you did. You were given 7 silver. You need to make something. You need to charge the value of your work doing it and what it would cost you in materials.
And it will cost you
Oh.
the 7 silver, because you have to melt down the silver to make the necklace.
Oh.
Yeah. So you need
7
that
plus
much,
something.
and then the cost of your materials, you're a salesman, and your time and effort to make it without being unreasonable. Because remember, it's 100 silver to a gold. You can't charge a gold for it, but you should charge more than 7 silver. What do you think it's worth of your time and effort? And you have to melt it down And after risk burning yourself, and if you lose any, you might have to add some more silver into it to finish it up. So go ahead.
Clortho is staring at his Cephaline like with a completely just unbelieving look in her face, look on his face.
I thought that was out of character.
Oh, that's right. That was out of character. That was out of character. Disregard. 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 Okay.
So you get this birdie in your head says, okay, I
Yeah,
need to
gotcha.
include the cost of materials, the cost of my labor,
So how
and the,
much? So how much over the 7 silver do you want to charge?
14 silver.
You want to
That'll
double it. That makes sense. So you say yeah, it'll be 14.
that
Clortho,
is,
Clortho looks at you for and says, "I'll go 10."
Done.
oh no, no, see,
It's okay. It's okay. No, it's okay. It's okay. Let it go. Let it go.
yeah,
He says, "Great. I think there's a workshop in the aft car, so you might be able to get it done before we make station. That'd be really helpful.
Okay.
Oh, and if you happen to find a gemstone and want to put in there, I'll pay you the 14.
Okay.
okay.
I'll head to the car.
Okay.
To the,
Okay. So back to the table with Mabutu. Pow. You've heard your other friends enter the car. You even heard them refer to you, and specifically heard the Dragonborn mention you.
I stand up and I walk towards them, whispering to Mabutu, "We're not done with this conversation yet."
Okay. Look forward to hearing the rest. Okay, so now the rest of you are gathered in the back of the lounge car.
Philippine looks at Valere. Yeah, a human. She laughs lightly.
Aye. Great. So Valaire's gonna trot back and get the stone from Kevin.
Okay. Trot forward.
I'll go with you
Trot
if you don't mind.
Now everybody's going with you. You
Oh,
got to train.
I'm just going to go pick it up. We got more important things to do than mess with Kevin.
Okay, I'll go in and get something to eat. I'll meet you back here or your place, your room.
Sure. Meet you in the dining car. I could go for a Scotch egg. Tell Ursel I'll be coming to get it.
Okay, I will. What's a Scotch egg?
She'll know.
Okay. So she goes, gets up, picks up her bouquets.
Kira, you've realized that you're out of cash, and when you bought your ticket, when they bought the ticket for you, it was for steerage only. So there's no food complement. So going to the meal car, you're gonna have to figure out how to get cash.
Yeah.
You do have your
Sorry about that.
you have your two friends, Pow and Jake, and you just heard Jake making a deal about money. So
Okay. She's a little shy, so she might just have to end up skipping a meal.
okay, but it sounds like they're headed for the
Oh,
dining cart.
Yeah, she's gonna follow.
Okay. As you guys go from the lounge car, and this is Valera in the lead, but the rest of you are headed forward as well, because to get to where he's going, he's got to go.
And this is after I go grab the stone, right?
Right.
Okay.
The group of you enter the dining car, and you see the two people that were described earlier, the dwarvish priest and the oddly dressed person, a very ancient person with a long Fu Manchu mustache and beard. They're both sitting far back from their table, because sitting on the table, crawling over their food, are 4 insects. But these are insects like none that you've seen. They make Bartholomew look like a spider in comparison. They are as big as your forearm.
Ugh.
They have wings folded across their backs. They have the insect anatomy in that they've got a head, body, and thorax. I mean, body, thorax, and abdomen, but their abdomens are undulating and they're dropping or depositing small little round objects on the plates.
And not, wait, is are we all seeing that? Or
Yes, literally, you
Okay.
walk in and the whole car is like dead silent because the train has already engaged with the insects 3 different times. Each time was
Yep.
an individual insect that they were able to squash and get rid of it because at any given time there was only one player not in the group. Today,
Yeah.
however, 3 party members are missing. So this is a bigger breach than it's ever happened before.
The Lear.
Ah, you bastards. Okay. Valer is going to. He's gonna do his breath attack and try to get as many with one
Okay,
swoop
the
as he
problem
can.
with it is that it is a cone and there are.
No, it's a line.
Then you can only get one of them. I was,
Can't line up 2.
no. Like
Okay.
I said, it's not. Your weapon is not that precise. I know what you're trying, what the idea is, but I thought all the breath weapons were cones.
Not mine, remember? Because
that's right,
mine
'cause yours is a
was
beam of
the
light. That's right.
radiant, yeah,
Right.
radiant beam of light. So Valer's going to instead take out his large wood shield and smash it on the table to try to smash them all at once.
Okay, that's what your action is going to be. So you're moving towards the table. Pow, what is your action when you see these large insects?
If I do a beak attack, like a bite,
Yep, that would work.
can that be like a unarmed attack?
Yes, it would be considered an unarmed attack.
Okay, we'll do that.
Isilophiline, what are you doing?
How big are these things?
As big as your forearm. There are 4 of them.
Oh, she takes out an arrow and shoots it one.
Okay, so you're going to draw a
It's
bow.
double.
And Jake,
Yes.
you see them they are arraying themselves in an attack formation going after the insects. What do you want to do?
I'll
You
use
still have
my-
at this point you still have the 7 silver pieces in your hand because you haven't put them in a pocket or anything yet.
Oh, I'll put it in my bag.
Okay, that's item interaction. What's your action going to be?
I'm going to use my longbow.
Okay, so you're also going to draw a bow. All right, so now let's go ahead and roll initiative. And what we're going to do is when we roll initiative, everybody add your dex modifier and then add to your name your initiative in front of your name. So in the case
Okay.
of Kirit, you'll be like say if you rolled a 15, then it'd be 15-Kirit. That way I
Yep.
can know who's got which initiative. And we'll use that same initiative throughout the entire rest of the encounter.
Okay.
Sounds good. Let me roll it.
Nice and big.
Yeah, so Valeria, you need to put the 22 in front just to be uniform.
Uh, 15 for Jake.
That's include your dex modifier?
No, 15. No, actually, not my 18. 18 for Jake.
What's your dex?
3.
What, you got okay, 17 dex, huh? 16 dex?
Yeah.
Okay. So put that in front of your name, Jake. And Gene, same thing with his Mooncat.
Acylophiline. Okay, Mooncat. Go with Mooncat. I'll change my name to Mooncat.
Gene, after the session today, let's talk.
No, Mooncat will be it. That's it. He rolled a 15 and had 3, so it's
18.
18.
All right. So Valera and Powell both get to act. So that's a beak attack and a beam attack. So go ahead and roll your attacks,
No,
guys.
I was smashing with the shield.
Okay, so you get a couple of them. Got you. Both of you rolled a hit.
Nice.
So
26.
What'd you get, pal?
so as a monk, I get 2 attacks, right? I could do as a bonus action, right? On the first one is a 13 to hit,
Mm-hmm.
with 6 damage, and then on the second one is a 22 to hit
Mm-hmm.
for 8 damage.
I hope your head's not in the way.
Well, you're simultaneous, so you're basically smashing 2 of them, and he's biting 1 of them. So there would only be 1 that won't be attacked this round. How much damage did you do, Valera?
I haven't rolled damage yet.
Okay, but you rolled a what to hit?
26.
Oh yeah, you definitely hit.
What would I do for damage for this shield?
So it'd be a D3 plus your strength modifier.
7.
Okay, and their carapaces have to make a saving throw because that's crushing damage, and that fails. So the 2 that you hit actually take double damage because you basically squish them in between your shield and the tabletop.
Something hard.
Flavor, would it be okay if, like, when I slam it down, they splat out in either way and splatter all over the 2 people who were eating there?
Well, yeah, they splatter over the ground, and you're going to get it all over the Aarakocra as well. So Pow is covered with bug guts, but he's also in the process of biting one of them. So when he bites into it, that would be slicing damage, so it won't double, but they're not that significantly large. So he actually bites 1 in 2, and so the pieces fall to the ground.
Oh.
So you have some of them in your mouth.
The visual is just too, all of a sudden one goes in 2, 2 go. Bleh.
The last bug actually flits from the table. The 2 of you, or Valera and Pau, need to make dex saves for me. And this is more instinct than anything else. It's that as this last one is actually going airborne, it's flying and it's basically trying to find a victim. And so if you make the dex save, you dodge out of the way.
Everyone who's near me can add an extra +5 to their saves. All
Okay.
saves.
Yep. So did you make the
Aura
save, Pau?
protection.
Yeah, that's a
I got a 9.
18.
Even with your own +5, or you don't get your own +5?
No, I got my own +5. I rolled a 1.
Nice. Nice. So you splat the 2, and that one immediately leaps onto your face.
Probably crawled on my arm and ran right up.
Yeah, right up your
Yeah.
Oh, this is perfect for what my turn's gonna be.
Okay, and the bug doesn't get an action yet, so next would be Kirit.
No, Valir! As she thrusts out her arm, seeing the bug on Valir's head, and the bug has to make a wisdom save.
Bugs are very wise, notoriously.
Yes, that's why this 7 is going to be so useful. Failed.
Okay, so all of a sudden the bug's head and hive mind or whatever have you fill with every possible action it could possibly take in this exact second, and is now incapacitated, and at the end of its turn, each of its turns, it'll take 1d12 damage and redo its save.
Alrighty. Well, let's see. There's 2 things that happen. First of all, you now have to make a save as well.
Oh, great.
Because the problem with connecting with the hive mind is that the hive mind actually gets to respond.
Fun. Is will save?
Yes.
Okay.
+5.
So, okay, so be a +8 then.
DC is going to be a 13.
Just let you
Oh,
know, it's
I hit
it's because
13.
It's because I'm so beautiful. I just inspire everybody to do better because of my beauty.
5 + 8's 13.
Alrighty. So, therefore, the good news is that the save means that you see this in a third party. Once you hear what I'm going to describe, you'll see why it's really good that you made the save. But you see the insect instead of crawling on Valaire's face, you feel it crawling on yours and entering both your eyes and ears at the same time. You feel the insects as if they were entering you, and at that instant, now you're seeing them instead of going after you, going after another rat. So it's like you're seeing what would have happened to you if it had reached you. And it crawls inside, and then you smile at yourself in the mirror.
Ew.
Fun.
She screams out, but it
Now roll the d12. No.
Okay. Let's see. Oh wait, I almost typed it in there like a dork. 1d12. 5.
5. Okay. Yeah. So it explodes all over Valaire's face.
Valaire, are you okay?
Aye, delicious.
So now there are bug guts spread all over that area. Korgu comes in and calling for L'Oreal so that the two of them can start cleaning the mess up. They do, therefore, cordon off that table, and the red veil guy, the guy dressed in red, turns to Valere and says, "Thank you very much. If you ever need anything, visit the monastery at Shangri-La. We will give you and offer sanctuary when none others will."
Aye, thank you. I'll remember that.
So the good news is you got rid of the bugs. The bad
Blair's
news
gonna make sure those little round things that they were pooping. What are those?
Yes, you can actually see that they have an internal glow, and they each are individually moving a little bit.
Oh, they're getting smashed.
eggs. Burn them.
They're
Make
getting
it
smashed.
clean.
Smash first, then burn.
Okay. When you decide to do that, the cook comes out with a meat tenderizing hammer and says, "Let's do this right. Let's decimate them, slice and
Aye.
dice." So.
I'll have a Scotch egg, but nay one of them.
She goes, "It'll be a while. We're going to have to clean and sanitize the entire area. Also, somebody needs to go tell Hydrocog. Has to go tell Bloodminer."
Aye.
I'll grab one of their skulls and start eating it.
Well,
You're
Okay.
making me uncomfortable.
Yeah. You crunch into the tiny skull of the insect. Make a saving throw. Wisdom.
I'm gonna continue my work to make the next
27.
27. Okay, so you go. So Jake looks around and says, "My job here is done," and takes off to the back with his silver and gonna go make the necklace. Okay. What'd you roll in the save, pal?
27?
27. Yeah. You actually bite into it. Feel a buzzing. It's like when you you bite into something and your teeth are sensitive. Only instead of cold, it's electric. Like you feel like you got shocked, and you spit it back out just immediately. It's like, oh, yeah.
Well, this was not ripe.
It was juicy enough to be ripe. Let me tell you that.
Ew. That's so gross.
Valaire's gonna go back to the first class cabins.
So you can clean
to
up?
the washroom.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry for the inconvenience, and what's the cook's name again?
Layer sale.
Layer Seal. So Layer Seal says we will be cleaning up, and we will be offering a buffet on the train on the train's dime. So.
Oh, thank goodness I do get to eat tonight.
Yeah,
Complimentary.
on the house for all this inconvenience. But
Did I catch what she said?
yes.
She slips out a cup of silver.
Why would
Wait
you
a
do
minute,
that?
wait a minute. You don't see.
She's just saying
And
she gets them out.
Oh.
what she's gonna try to do is slip it into her pocket somewhere.
Oh.
Okay, let's see you make a stealth check.
Okay. Where is that?
Rangers are fairly stealthy, so it might not be as
Yeah.
tough as you would think.
Yeah.
I rolled a 17 plus 2. 19.
Okay, and but rats have what's that perception thing that you've got? That awareness? We said observation, right?
Well, if you wanted to give me the observation thing, that's fine, but it wasn't in there by default.
No, I know it wasn't by default, but particularly since you have made yourself pretty much inquisitive, I imagine you're kind of spastic as far as looking around. I can just imagine your little
wiry.
little head moving around all the time. So I'll give you a chance at perception to notice that she's trying this.
Okay, let's see.
But you got to beat her at 19. So.
Yeah, of course. No bonus, right?
Right.
Okay. 7.
Yeah. Nope. Nope. So
You're so happy that you get to have food.
right, you weren't even thinking.
Yeah, I'm very happy I get to have food.
Yes.
And as you're hopping up and down, you notice jingling for some reason.
No.
Yeah, there's-
More than likely, it'll actually be Bartholomew that eventually will like push them out because they're in the way of his camping
Nesting
spot. or whatever. Yeah. It's like what's the pocket? Oh, where'd those come from? All right. So, Pow, you couldn't bite into it. They did say that some of this evidence needs to be taken to the captain, to the engineer.
What a
Okay.
waste.
He goes, "It's a bird, insect. I should be able to eat this. Damn it."
Wait, waste? What do you mean waste? Ew!
You were just complaining about being hungry, little rat.
Yeah, but no, I wasn't complaining. I'm just excited that I get to eat. But like, why would you want to eat a bug?
Different
seen
strokes,
your
different
kite.
folks.
I've seen your kind eat far worse.
Oh, excuse me. I
That's
am not
rude.
like the rest of my kind. Thank you.
Apparently.
Racist.
Yeah, nice. All right. So, is anybody taking any of the material to go to the captain, to the conductor, to the engineer?
Just to make sure, they did smash the eggs.
Yes, they pulverized all of that and burned it after that.
Okay, good.
Threw it actually into the fire.
Then no, I'm not.
Where the eggs.
You know what
pop-
they probably could do? They probably could just take the whole tablecloth off, wrap it
Yeah.
up, and throw it out in the engine burning thing.
Well, yeah, but she's trying to clean it from the kitchen standpoint, so she's going to
Oh.
burn it in the local fire. She's not going to put. Oh, that's right. We need to take this to the engine, don't we?
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah. So somebody want to carry that because Layer Cell can't carry that big of a bundle.
Yeah,
I-
Pow will.
Okay. So. So they tell you how to get to the engine, so you can take it up front. When you get there, Blood Miner, his beard flying in the breeze, because up here, even though the canopy is not actually open to the to actual everything outside, nonetheless, there's like a permanent breeze from the overheated engines blowing backwards across him. He looks over at you and says, "What you got there, boyo?"
The
See,
remains.
this is to Pow or
Because you're carrying the big bundle. He's like, "What's that?"
bug guts?
Bug got how one bug? You had to throw out the whole tablecloth?
I'd say there was about 5 or 6 of them.
5 or 6? Open it up. Which was it? 5 or 6?
7.
Okay. So he looks at the spatter and he says, I see 3 here. What are you talking
I
about?
ate the other 4.
You ate them. Oh
Guess
my
who's
god.
going in the fire next?
No, he says, you need to go back immediately to Lair Sale and ask her for the what do they call it back then?
Anecdote.
Epicac.
No. What do they call it in the 50s?
Epicac.
No, but there was a word for it. I want to say elixir. That's what I was looking for. You need to go to Lair Sale and have her fix you the elixir and make sure you catch it all.
Tonic.
Tonic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Colonic. Colonic.
No, not colonic.
No, not colonic. No,
Tonic.
that's not quite. No.
Comes out the other end. We're not doing that.
Yeah.
No, we don't want it to go all the way through a system. We need it out the other way. So, yes, it's a
It's a vomit.
it's an expectorant, but
That-
we want it to be. I was trying. There was a word for what they called cod liver oil, and it wasn't tonic. I want to say elixir, but that's not right either.
What?
No,
What are you looking?
The
What
term
did you just say
I said elixir.
before that? They
Cod
called
liver
what?
oil.
Cod liver oil.
Cod liver oil was called something. There was a term for when you had to go get your medicine. I remember when I was a little boy, my grandmother used to use it all the time, and it was an antiquated term then.
Well, it was omega 3.
I'll look for it later. But anyway, so
I'm finding it. Just give me
Okay.
a second.
so he tells Pow, you need to go back immediately, and if you don't do that in the next 2 minutes, I will escort you there myself. If I even have to
So-
even if I have to put this train on a side rail.
I'll go with him. Make sure he gets there in less than 2 minutes. Let's go, boyo.
Why is it contagious? As I reach out to him.
He says, leave the cloth. I'll take care of it. You take care of this. I don't want anything bad to happen to you, because I can't imagine what the cost would be for the line.
I
To
turn
your
around
relatives.
and I let out a big cackling cough.
Pow!
I turn around and let out a big cackling cough. Such a fool.
Nice.
Some people just want to watch the world burn.
Yep.
Let's go. Do what the good engineer has suggested. Get you to
By
throw.
the way, Isafalene, if you're there, you did hear him say there were 6 or 7.
Yeah, which I can't figure out because there are only 4.
Are you going to say that?
Yes. He has problems with numbers. He might not know what 2 minutes is. He might count them as 7. And then she takes them off.
Okay, that didn't go like I expected. Okay. He throws the cloth in you can hear the engine door open as he opens the engine door and throws the cloth
Cloth in?
into. Yeah.
She said it at such a level that others might catch it.
Yeah, no,
But
there
guys,
wasn't. You said it. You said it, and the captain didn't get what you were talking about. So.
Yeah.
No idea what you meant. So, all right. So you're headed back to the cooking car. Are you going to approach layer cell, or are you going to ignore what the captain recommended?
Well, I didn't actually eat one, so I ignored
No,
him. I
no.
was just playing him the fool.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Well, now if you don't get some medicine, they're gonna get mad.
That's fine.
She takes you to Laracil.
No, you don't.
You can't take him, and you can go back there. You head for the galley, and he doesn't. Where are you headed instead, pal?
I'll go back to
Mabutu.
yeah. I think I'll go back to Mabutu.
He ushers you to a chair. Isafalene, you're standing next to at the entry to the galley, and you see Pao sitting down next to Mabutu again.
She doubles back and says, "Aren't you supposed to be going to the galley to get something to take?"
You were there. You saw me not eat the bug.
I'm not exactly sure at my angle that I could see you not eat the bug.
It's okay. When something's mentioned in game, the players can know. The character may not, but
He clearly tried though.
he did try. And cussed
Okay.
at it when he couldn't.
Oh,
Also, you notice that what's the name only counted 3 bodies when he threw them in the fire, so that one of them didn't get back there anyway.
where's the body of that one?
I have that.
You have that.
Yes,
Yeah, on my face.
the one that got on him, right?
Oh,
And so he went back to clean. So you went back to clean that up yourself. Okay, so you're in the washroom, washing and cleaning this stuff off, and it.
I'm mostly gonna try to wipe it off on a towel because I know it needs to get out.
Okay. All right. So,
She just leaves this person alone.
okay. So Bombast. I'm sorry,
Two
Bombast.
two lies about something that could be important is just not worth her effort.
Okay. Jake, you're working on the necklace back there. Uh,
Yes.
and the young lady Meryl comes in and asks if there's anything you need.
Is there a deal for a low price gem?
You want a gem? I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I'm not a merchant. I don't have anything of that nature. I can check with the dwarf. Perhaps he might have something, and you might ask the gnome. He was working on something that looked like jewelry a little bit earlier.
All right then.
So
I'll see the gnome.
okay,
The
so
Archmage.
yeah, so you see the gnome is
Guys,
oh yeah
sorry about that. I kind
oh
of slipped.
you're going that sore for sight eyes. Holy moly! When you go to you're in there cleaning, and here comes Tomato and Jack walking into your quarters.
Hey guys, what's up?
No, Valère. Well, it's only Valère in his room, and he's cleaning up what looks like bug guts.
Oh, another one.
Valère, you're staring with a slack jaw at Tomato, who's acting like nothing ever happened.
Oh, he's walking into my room?
Yeah.
Where the hell were you bastard? I've been looking all over for you.
I was here, and
Bullshit, you were here.
No, you were here,
You
and
got
then
bugs coming out the arse.
you were here, and then suddenly you were on the top of a mountain, looking at a door frame where the door had been ripped off of its hinges, and
Where
somebody had carved
are we-
a heart-like symbol on the ground.
I went into Pixar's film.
What?
Sorry.
What he said was, "I went to a Pixar film," is what he said.
I know that.
I don't know what that meant, but
You don't? John.
no, in story, I don't know what that means.
Sorry. Okay. I went to a place on top of a mountain. It had like a door and a heart on it. It fell off the hinges.
That's kind of close to what I said, but
Okay. Well, do they do it again? Damn it.
I don't think we have a choice around this place.
Were there any?
Oh, you do.
you do get here at 1:00. That's how you avoid this nonsense.
That's fair. Man,
Damn it. Does anyone remember what that damn name is? It's in all the books, right?
which one?
The syrup that they would have kids take.
Epicac.
That's the name. No, that's the name of the chemical. But I'm looking for a term that was used for. It wasn't a potion.
It's not a tonic.
It's not a
Not a tonic.
specific tonic. It has the idea of making you throw up. Expectorant is what we call it today.
It was this black tarry stuff. They put it on a spoon. It's in all the books. It's in like old
Cod
pioneer-
liver oil.
We know what it mechanically is, but we're looking for what they called it.
I can't find the name of it.
I'll find it in a bit.
It's not castor oil.
It is.
Castor oil.
Those are all both examples of expectorants. I'm just trying to remember which specific what the term was. So don't worry about it. I'll find it later.
So what happened?
So Tomato's acting completely oblivious.
Damn it, boy. There's a bunch of feckin' bugs popping up around here. We're squashing them. They're laying eggs. It's no good, and we gotta decide if we're gonna kill the monkey.
Oh, I was hoping he was dead already.
Oh, and our monkey's gone now.
Oh,
We have. Oh, I'm not there. Never mind.
Not yet.
alright. Well, Jack, do you have anything to say here? Barks.
It's a dog, so it just looks at you. Karit, what are you doing? What are you doing now?
She's trying to help clean up and try to help the buffet up and get the buffet up and moving.
Oh, Laersil is particularly appreciative of that and does say that she is looking for some part-time help on in the kitchen if you would be interested.
Oh, I am a tinkerer of sorts. I could help with that.
Tinker. Well, just so you know, there was a gnome aboard who said the same thing, and then he started making cotton candy, and it got all over the place.
Are you thinking cordial?
No, no. It's not a positive term. I'll have to go find it.
I wouldn't go making a bunch of cotton candy or anything. I just want to get your everything back up to ship shape.
Okay. Just was clarifying. If you see Glim, tell him he's not allowed in the kitchen anymore.
All right. Don't worry about that. I'm nothing like that.
Okay. Good. Okay. So, Pao, you're talking to Mabutu. Mabutu says, "So, when we get to the now, what's your plan?"
Interacting with these humans.
Well, there's lots of those, unfortunately.
Well, no, you didn't let me finish.
Sure.
What Tongue Eater is offering it seems a lot more appealing.
Yes. I would be in agreement with that. If you can find out from the speaker if he shows up, where we could go to find one of the masks, it would be greatly appreciated. He would not tell me anything.